Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Split Mountain Ranch. Last episode we worked on some fields. We got some grain in the ground. Put in some wheat, I think, and some barley. And we are now ready to kind of bite the bullet a bit. And I'm just going to drop this right here. Go ahead and plow in our grass field. Because it needs to be plowed. I think my plow is over here? Question mark? Is my plow over here? As you can see, we have the lime spreader hooked up to the Massey there. Probably need to give some consideration to... where the heck is my plow? To moving some of those... There it is. Moving some of those firewood stacks away. Yeah, so I'll show you why we're gonna plow the grass field. If we look here at the map, needs plowing. Field 6, field 1. And those are both... Oh no, 6 and 4. That's cotton. That's sugar beets. That's sugar beets. That will need plowed later. But field 6, which is our main grass field up here, it needs to be plowed. And in order to get best score on precision farming, kind of have to bite the bullet and plow it. I'm kind of feeling like maybe we don't really need to make it bigger. That we can just kind of plow it as is. And then later on, if we decide that we need more hay for the sheep, then we can make this field bigger. But for the time being, I think this field is big enough. We were trying to make some of our grain fields bigger. You know, I said earlier on that we were going to try to make everything bigger, because this map has a lot of excess space around the fields, which is actually, from a harvesting perspective, kind of nice. So we were going to try to stretch out these fields on all angles if possible, but I think we got a decent amount of hay bales off of this field, so I think this will be sufficient for us, for our sheep. Now, when we get the cattle, we may want to create a second field of hay. There's been some studies done by a couple YouTubers that have kind of done a comparison on the benefits of TMR versus straight hay. And they're finding that feeding a cow hay yields the same results as feeding a cow TMR. So we could potentially just forego altogether TMR and just feed our beef cattle hay and save ourselves a little bit of time and effort and money. Potentially. So I think we'll get this field planted today. I think we can plant grass in October. We might take down a load of trees, get those sold for helping to cover our loan interest that will come up here at the end of the month, and then just literally roll into to November, see where we stand there. It's gonna be, we're gonna be rolling through the months fairly quickly here, probably just doing some timbering. There's not much farming to be done in the winter, but we do want to get the, I think, yeah, we do want to get the grass planted. So we'll want to make sure that this field is limed and fertilized properly. Fertilization will happen when we seed it, but I want to make sure that this doesn't need any lime. I think I did lime this field once already, so it's probably pretty decent. But this will aid in our precision farming score. And it should aid in yield as well, because it does actually need plowed. Little fog over the mountains today here at Split Mountain Ranch. I believe, if I remember right from the description of the map, we are in Montana, I believe. And as you guys know, I am a huge fan of this map. Huge fan. I am not going to attempt probably any root crop, any of the new root crops on here. This is after the premium expansion. Probably not going to attempt any of the root crops on here till I know for sure that the map is good to go. And then we may do some of the smaller fields, some root crops. See how that goes. We're rolling on the old John Deere plow here again. Good plow. Good working width. I think 320 horsepower is what this plow requires, although you could probably get away with something a little less. So I think, other than we have a sunflower seed field that's growing in a sugar beet field, other than those two fields, I think we've accomplished what we had set out to do, which is to get all of our new fields plowed and expanded where we desired, and get them limed and get them ready to go. In the springtime, you know, we put down that bunker over there because I want to get into, because I just have not done it. I want to get into corn chaff. So we're going to put in 2 or 3 fields of corn. Chickens won't eat much, at least in these first few years, first couple years. until they multiply. So we don't, and we have wheat and barley already planted for next year. So they will be good. Somewhere along the line, we're going to have to carve out a place, and I'm thinking maybe in front of us here, to put down the beef cattle barn. We haven't done that yet. And we'll need we'll need some money. So that might be a springtime thing, you know, if we get into doing some of our timbering over the winter in the slow months, get some decent money in the bank, and then we can invest into that cattle pasture. I probably want, just for being authentic, I probably want to put a barn down with that. So some of these cattle pastures, I would really like to find a nice pasture with a barn. So while you guys are hitting that like comment, or that like button, and while you're subscribing, you can also leave me a comment with the exact name of any good barn mods for cattle that have pasture fields as well. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a nice barn, a nice cattle shed or barn with a nice sized pasture that holds a decent amount of cattle and has adequate trough volume space to feed the cattle. That is your assignment. Okay, ready, set, go. And if I don't hear anything, which I probably won't, I'll just put down something that I find. But I would really rather you guys be a participant in farming decisions that we make here. That's what I would rather have happen. Well, dang nabbit. I picked it up too soon. But I'm not the guy to beg for comments and views, so you do you, I'll do me. Alright, so that's done. I'm going to leave that other hay field over there. It doesn't say that it needs plowed right now, so I'm just going to leave it go. It's a small field. But I was thinking this area right here to put a nice barn and a cattle pasture. So we'll go over here and grab the Massey, throw down some, well, let me take a look here real quick. Do we need lime? I think I did lime this. Well, lime is good. It could take a little. We might as well make it just right. I think we're done plowing for right now, so maybe we'll drop this in this barn if we can. New Holland back up to the planter. Set down. This actually might be enough lime to do that field. Shouldn't take much. Shouldn't take much. Are we... Again, we don't have to be perfect on this. Just trying to get most of it set properly. We may not have enough lime here, actually, when it comes down to it. Again, this all just boosts production, yield, and then honestly it produces greater profit for any goods that are sold. So that's one of the other big benefits of the precision farming mod. It's really simple to use. I mean, it's so simple. To me, it takes the kind of the guesswork out of it, and you're not overutilizing your resources. So this is only putting lime down for as much as is needed, not overspreading. See, it stopped right there on its own. I didn't tell it to stop. It stopped on its own. So if I can get to the end of here, which I probably can't. No. All right. We'll go ahead and throw some more in here. Can I get... Got myself in the foot there. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Dude. Goodness gracious. Thought I could squeeze through here. Probably won't fill completely lime. That should be more than enough. So if you're like me, and you have these little spots that bother you that aren't limed. Okay, so, and I said I wasn't going to worry about it, right? You turn off the auto spread. To me, it's like the little comma key on my keyboard. You might get a little overline. Otherwise, you kind of have to just overlap anyways, so that you have enough of a unlimed area that the sensor will pick it up. And I don't think, even though this is spreading wide, I don't think it's over-liming the other area. Alright, so that will be that. Just park you here. Let's change you to grass before I forget. Maybe we should go ahead and fill up cedar. With seed and fertilizer before do this. There's the seed going in. And the money going out. Don't hit the wrong button. Fertilizer going in and more money going out. We are planting grass. Somebody did a study, I believe, that I saw somewhere along the line that talked about rolling fields. How rolling was just not beneficial in terms of the yield benefit versus the time, effort, and fuel cost associated. Let's catch this edge here. So we don't roll here. Alright, so we'll be back in business when we get this done. The good grass / hay field. I'd really like to do the alfalfa and clover, but honestly, you only get one crop per year out of those, and that's just not enough compared to, you know, potentially 3 harvests of a grass field. And you could get you could get 2 harvests in real life out of a clover field. I mean, we used to do it. So if they would make their clover and alfalfa fields to where you could get a double yield out of those in a year's time instead of a single, I feel like that would be a good change. I'm not sure why that's the case. Maybe that doesn't occur everywhere in the country or everywhere around the world. Maybe you actually don't get 2 yields. But weather dependent, we used to be able to get a late crop of clover or hay, or what we always called another hay crop we called Timothy. I'm trying not to mow too much of the meadow grass that's around the map. I mean, let's face it, this map, you could mow meadow grass, make silage bales, and make a killing. But there's a ton of meadow grass around this map. You would not have to have your own grass field or hay field. But we're doing it because that's the way it really works. This field won't take long to get finished. We will be ready to jump into November. Yeah, I said earlier we'll probably do some logging. We'll see. Need to take a look at the calendar here. The sugar beets. Is there sugar beets on this map? Sugar beets and sunflowers may need harvested. That would be the case. We would take care of that for probably before we harvested a load of trees, although it only takes about 8 or 10 trees to get one truckload. And if you remember, we did buy a plot of ground with trees on it. I'm not cutting these down that are around the perimeter. We bought a piece of land that we're harvesting off of. And eventually we may need to plant some trees. Should probably figure that out sooner than later because it takes for freaking ever trees to grow. If you've watched my Goldcrest Valley, that was one of the ways we were going to make money on that map. And my gracious, we put down a bunch of stone pine, like 200, and they're just now starting to grow, and it's been several months. Need to try to get an episode of that out as well. Get that progression forward. That's been a slow one. This has been kind of slow also, to be honest. I will catch that piece that I missed there at the end. Yeah, it's hard. I'm finding it hard to... not hard, but to try to manage or figure out what to show, how to progress in the series, you know, and then like what to show on video versus what not to show on video, and like we need to show progression for you all to find it interesting. So I'm still working on that aspect of content creating. Obviously, every video shows progress, but is it fast enough to keep people hooked? And, you know, to keep them enjoying to watch the series. That's the thing that I'm trying to figure out here. And it's hard when you get very few comments. I've only had a few comments since I've started this to know, like, feedback. Like, I don't get feedback, so it's like, what do I do? It's terrible. Yeah, so Comments always appreciated. So we'll get one more pass down here. We'll pick up these couple little spots that I missed. Take a quick look at the crop calendar. See when that excuse me, see when that wrong button. See when that sunflower field is going to be ready. I think I missed something over here somewhere. Alright, let's take a look here. So, yeah, we don't own this field, so this is the only one. This is the sugar beet field. That'll need plowed. Everything else has been plowed. We're all good there. And then that's close, and this is close. So this probably next month is going to be ready to go. This is our wheat. So we got this field and wheat, barley, barley, barley. I think we're going to try to do corn. What else do we own? Corn, this is grass. I'm not sure. Corn. Get a bunch of corn in here if we can. Field number 4. That's our other grass field. So we'll have to take a look at that one as well. Shoes on. See what kind of shape this field is in. This field looked like it has the potential to be pretty decent. It's not really ready to harvest yet. This could be a root crop field in the future. Probably get the grass off of it. Maybe plow it in and make it into parsnip or carrots or something. Red beets or something. Sure. that is really about everything I was interested in planting right now. We can't plant anything else until April. Corn, soybeans. Yeah, we can't plant anything more. So that was really about it for now. So we could take this tractor here to the other barn, which is fairly empty, actually. Pretty dang sure. Chickens are good. Pretty dang sure. Sheep are good. This old Sunny at I'd like to find what she's up to. She is. She's roaming. Bud. Feed her. Go girl. And I think we'll go in here and have a nap. See. What things look like in November. About 18 grand worth of interest, probably. 16.6. Why am I stuck? The door. Let's go outside, for crying in a bucket. And should have grass growing. And we do. Should probably have sunflowers ready to harvest. Do. Should probably have sugar beets ready to harvest. Be a nightmare. Which we do. want you to have barley growing. Barley, barley. And we got a bunch of firewood, but there's more room. We can probably... Yeah, it took a little more. It took a little more, so we can look at our production. Yeah, I don't know why it's not full. But we got lots of room there. Why aren't you taking... You should take more. It's probably not taking more because all of these are bigger than. What if I cut you in half? Will you take more now? I don't know why. These like not in. It's like they're not in the pickup. Yeah. Alright, well that's good to know. Okay, so they're not in the pickup. That's the deal. Just fine. Just put them in the pickup. Yeah. Okay, good deal. Lots of room here, but I could move these out. Sure. Yeah, we ain't using pallet forks here. Not on this farm. This is the non-pallet fork farm. Sheep probably don't like this noise all the time, do they? Sorry, buds. Alright, I'm done. Alright, guys. Catch you in the next episode of Split Mountain Ranch. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.